From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. Here's a return from the 7. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First down on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Another one for Gibbs. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the 42. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Get it! Buffalo 18!
Dropping back to throw. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard shot. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the draw, this is Gibbs. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Come on.
Going from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Okay, break.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
From the red zone on 1st. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
It's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And things will end there, but plenty of damage already done. They've got it down inside the opposing 45 following the return.
You know it right now, Kate. I'm absolutely in favor of this frenetic pace. A touchdown scored, and this is what the immediate response is. Nearly answer it with a house call yourself. Yeah, there's no body blows in this one. This game's starting with some serious haymakers.
No run here with Amari Hampton. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete. Amari Hampton. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. In 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Short pass brought in, and he gets this forward to the 19.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Ready.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Hits his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
21, 80.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. And it's 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
12, Kappa.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's on the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now.
And they just get the play off. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They start out 2nd and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he gets him around 6 there. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw it here. That's complete to Sloan. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Panther 11.
Here's a throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that.
Again, left side for Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this 3rd down.
70.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 48 on the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
At their own 35-yard line.
To line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Lion.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
12, 380, 5-9.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of
Some
6.
offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert. This is hauled in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know what's interesting, Kate? Even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Running it with Hampton. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now, Herbert. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good running his play right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt.
Jack Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Looking to return from the 29. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Home trips right. Set.
Herbert back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hey, go. 380. Lion. Go.
Throw here, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
12. 10. 380. Ready.
Dive play straight ahead. We'll cobble together a yard there. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has it at the 5! Touchdown, LA. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 14, Lions 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. He's out of bounds after a gain of about 8. So nice pickup there. Second and 2.
Well, that run may not have moved the Giants, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes second and 2. Again, it's Gibbs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Give now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Chased out to his right. Taken in by Williams outright. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Start. Ready, right?
Gibbs now from the gun. He's still going at the 30. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. The Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
And the Lions
First down, and they go right back to it. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. The Lions push their lead to 3.
Chargers 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Could make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So that brings up second down. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
That's Harris on the right side. On the move, past the 40. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yards to go.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys.
And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. Dicker on out for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
70.
Setting up to throw. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Mustang 19.
Working on 1st down. Another one caught by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And the Lions have the 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
Gibbs. He can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Now try Gibbs again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions push their lead to 3.
Chargers 21.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Good up. 380. Good up. Set.
Hampton gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Hey, go Lion. Set. White 80. 59. 59. Ready.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Now inside give to Hampton. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
380. Good up. Lion. Go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Well, that short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
New set of downs from the 37.
Set. Good up.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All set now, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Set. 380.
Back-to-back carries here. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
21. Set. Baylor tight. Kaplan. Set.
They give it to him again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
13-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Set. Count it, count it, count it.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Set.
To the air this time, Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Brad McConkey with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground with Gibbs. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. On the draw, this is Gibbs. Didn't sell the draw enough, but he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and long for him here. And they make the tackle at the 38. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
And this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And, yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Come on, come on. Hey, 60, 19, 18.
He's going to throw this one. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I don't think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
They'll run here on first down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Hey, go lion. Set. 380.
Back to the well again. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. I thought they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
Set. Go.
Another carry for him. And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Set. Crowd right. Lion. Set.
On first down, they'll run. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Still fighting forward. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort there to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on the stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough and you're the only one, the last line of defense. In that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. A lot of space ahead. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down is right.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
He's going to throw it. Throw complete to Williams. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
Gain of 14. And the Lions first down.
Left wing 19.
This might be a free play for him. Escapes the pocket. Going deep here for the end zone. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive really affected the decision-making there. Coming off the pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Coming right is Gibbs. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Here they come. This is third and 5. Looking to throw here. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another one for Gibbs. And he almost gets to the 5. It goes out at the 6. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable third and 1. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Come on, come on.
Here's the give on third and short. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This time it's a passing play. Buys time, rolling right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Here's the handoff. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
To kick off for the Chargers.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. He takes it at the 4. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Not deterred by that kick. He's throwing again. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Lions at a 2-score deficit. Offense to line. This is second and 4. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Rookie quarterback, Brock, threw it away their last drive. Seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowballed.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ass Payton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn them on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to work they go after the interception. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing again on 2nd. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when we evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now. Trying to push deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Now the Lions calling timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Hampton now up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And a good stop by the defense to limit this damage. They gave up 8, but they still force this 4th down. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from.
A 45-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that pick. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it, with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Man in motion here. Gets him on the in route. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
A gain of 15. First down, Detroit.
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down. Walking the pace here as the clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. At the Chargers' 43-yard line.
Looking for a pass on second and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. On the Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down.
65 catch.
They'll throw for it. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they win for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.